This video summarizes the fourth module in CS for All. The topics covered will be booleans, conditional statements, patches, and interactions between agents and their environment. Booleans are a very simple data type. They can have one of two values, usually true or false, but they can also represent on or off, as well as 1 or 0. Booleans can be used for Boolean expressions. These expressions evaluate to either true or false. We can use comparison operators, which check whether values are equal, one is less than the other, or one is greater than the other, and so on. Here are some examples for expressions using comparison operators and their results. Boolean expressions can be combined or modified using and, or, and not. The result will, again, be a Boolean value. There are rules for these operators that will be discussed soon. It is important to note that there is a set order of operations: parentheses first, then not, then and finally followed by or. It is easy to remember the rules for or. The expression only evaluates to false when there is no true value involved. The rules for and are simple as well. The expression only evaluates to true when there is no false value involved. The rules for not are even simpler. You just get the opposite of the input. So not true is false, and not false is true. Next, we'll cover conditional statements. If the condition is true, the statement is executed. Otherwise, it is not. Sometimes another statement is executed. Here is an example for the NetLogo if statement. Again, if the condition is true, the statement is executed. In this case, if the color of the patch ahead is green, the agent takes one step forward. This is slightly more complicated, but very useful. Instead of if, we have if-else. The first block of commands is executed if the condition is true. If it's not, the second block of commands will run. In the example, if the color of the patch ahead is black, the agent will take a right turn. Otherwise, the agent just takes a step forward. You probably know by now that the environment can change turtle behavior because turtles can interact with each other, but they can also interact with the patches. Both are important. Let's talk about patches. The whole world is basically a grid of patches. Since they are agents too, they can be given instructions, such as asking them to change their color to green. They can also be identified uniquely. We can ask an individual patch to set its color to green. By the way, both coordinate values for the origin are 0, and the world can wrap horizontally and vertically, meaning that the edges are connected to each other. Now, let's focus on the interaction between turtles and patches. There are many possibilities. There is usually a trigger, such as patch color, location, or other occupants, meaning that turtles can check whether there are other turtles on the patch we are looking at. In addition to a trigger, there is usually a response. We can change something about the turtle, such as its shape, color, size, direction, etc. The turtle can also die or propagate. We can change something about the patch, such as the color or other variables. And finally, other responses are also possible. Now, we'll look at some code involving the concepts we just covered. We'll have a setup and go button. Go will be a forever button. The patches in the world will be mostly green, with a few black ones. The turtle is red and placed at the origin with a random heading. Here is the code for the setup of this world. One turtle is created, and its color and size are set. Next, we set all patches to green. Finally, 50 random patches are set to be black. You probably noticed we also have a Go button. Here is the code for it. We ask the turtle to look at the color of the patch ahead. Turn by a random number less than 180. If it is black, and otherwise, just go forward one step. Finally, here is a video showing the result. We'll make it go slower. You can see how the turtle changes directions near the black patches. Thank you for watching the video.